5-5, just right in the bird's nest where we want to be. Ah, let's go. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Who's the number 10 ranked defense in the NFL right now? Can someone tell me? Often imitated, never duplicated. Nah. That fool with no head that shouts like Ric Flair. Who? Woo! The Raider Bear! Raiders! Let's go. Yes, everybody's happy. The locker room's great, and Josh McNuggets is out trying to get a job. He'll probably get one from some lousy team that's willing to take a chance on it. Lexa, hush. Tradish, a Raider Bear Live. First comment. Woo. MVP tonight goes to Dustin King. What's up, D? Welcome to the show. As always, in the medal round. May not always be gold, but he's always there. Second place, my silver medal, Travis Kelly. TK, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. And then last but not least, third place, Tony Carpenter Evans. Not someone you want to mess with, gentlemen. No. She is Air Force trained. Okay. She'll beat you up and then bring a jet and drop a bomb on you. Where's Tommy at? I don't even see Tommy on here yet. Cody Palmer Jr. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you checking in from YouTube. Shane Street also watched me on YouTube. I appreciate that, you guys. And if you would, maybe share the show. Let people know I'm trying to get my YouTube presence going. I really am. Nicholas Maida watching me from YouTube. I appreciate you. Sup, Bear? Did Ma Bear send out the package yet? Still haven't got it. No, Travis, she found it. And now we have to, she was saying it was in America or whatever. I'm just going to inbox you right away, and then we'll take care of it. But I'm always a man of my word. No. James Walker, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Yeah, that's right. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Wasn't that? Yeah, Jack Jones. We just picked up Jack Jones off the free agent waiver wire. He was out there available. He's not old. And some of his stats are pretty nice. He looks like a guy that could end up getting a job with us, and he has. So he's going to help us in the backfield. We just had a couple of injuries back there. No telling how those are going to pan out on game day. So it's better to have the insurance policy. Bring the cigars to Hard Rock Max, right? Lucky Pace, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Nubbin Ain't Lovin'. What's up, Nubbin Ain't Lovin'? It's been a minute. Think we're going to get the new cornerback tonight? I'm not sure what you meant. Santino Carranco. I love that name. What's happening, brother? Right back at you. I like that blanket. All right, here we go. And looks like I've caught up with you guys. Still on Cloud 9 by Josh McNuggets. Oh, I don't know. I think that's the best insult of him that doesn't have curse words in it. Josh McNuggets, no sauce. If he had some sauce, he might still have a job. Still in Cloud 9. I like that. Jim Vanderland, Bear! With my work schedule, it's going to be tough to be home on time. I just walked in the door. Oh, well, I've only been on for 3 minutes, buddy. You're not really missing much. I'm just saying hi to the people. Love the nation. Oh, Cody Palmer. What a cute baby. I'm a sucker for babies. I'm not going to lie. A sucker. Oh, it's a flag. Okay. Dope. I like that, Santino. Did you see Devontae dance? Yes. That's usually a somewhat clear sign that the man is happy. You know what I mean? Remember, while Josh was there, they had to act the way they did and really walk the line and barely talk. You know what I mean? But you could see all the frustration on their faces. They were all getting sick of him and the way he coached. And so once we got rid of him, it was like, hang on. Oh, there's my light. It was like this breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Came over. No problem, Santino. No problem at all. Tony Carpenter Evans. Stop it. That profile picture is awesome. You look so cute. Coach Antonio. How are we going to say? Coach Antonio. Why is that getting? Oh, Coach Jack Jones in high school and college. He was on Snoop Dogg's Pop Warner. Feel old yet? Oh, no. George Prieto, what's up? Welcome to the show. Matthew Lincoln said bear. Mike Henderson, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. All right, let me see. Raiders! Didn't see your touchdown call on Facebook Sunday night for Mayer's catch. Dude got mossed. No, I think I did one. I had to use my wife's phone at the time because my phone was dying and I didn't want to not do it. So Anna Diaz Rincon, hi love. Jim Vander, one more time. In my opinion, McIdiot tried to treat them like kids as opposed to grown men. Well, no, I was saying it on my supporter show today, so I'm not going to give you all of it, just some of it. I'm just kidding. Earlier on my supporter show, I was basically saying he was trying to present himself as like some kind of new age Bill Belichick. If you remember how Bill Belichick takes interviews, he's just boring. He says stupid things. He'll usually repeat them over and over again. If you say, what are you going to work on with, your quarterback, Mac Jones? What are you going to work with him on it? Well, I mean, we're going to work on it. We're going to go practice, and we're going to try to get something done. Next question. I mean, Belichick like whispers, and what he says is bad, and he whispers. It's like, okay. I think he was just trying to put that kind of presence on us, and he didn't understand that. He didn't have the credibility for that. The players are, in effect, a fraternity. The players talk to each other. So if the players talk to each other and they talk about what kind of coach he was, they're going to say he wasn't a good coach because the one opportunity he got, I mean, he's had other opportunities, but the one he actually, worked toward was when he got the job with the Denver Broncos, and they were terrible. And he had another opportunity from the Colts. They actually signed a deal with him, and then he quit like a day later, something like that. And then, now he's with us. And so, I mean, how are you going to think that now suddenly his pedigree's changed after that's on your resume? It just doesn't. Denton Rhodes, Space Force in the house. Being a father of two in the military, I follow straight time frames. No joke. We'll get everything fixed soon. Yeah, the time zone thing sucks. Troy Gill, what's up? Welcome to the show. And any injury report for the Dolphins? Not yet. We should have it tomorrow, though. Let me make sure, though. No, not that. No, not that. No, not that. Okay. I actually have that. Okay, here we go. It's loading stuff, and that loaded. It's actually going really fast. It's more me. You know how they always say user error? This is user error for sure. Okay, let me see. Wait a minute. I've almost got it. I do not have I do not have it. I have the injury report that's on the page, the Raiders page, but it's not updated yet. It's still showing Jets players. So I'm beholden by that. And the fact that I'm not Mr. Tech savvy. Tech. I can't even say tech right tonight. That's been like the last 2 nights. I've just been messed up in my speech. Okay. Hey, how do we not take a flyer on JPP? The only thing I can tell you, Lucky, is that the administration was being shook up. There was a lot of backstabbing, whispering, and so on and so forth. And whenever that happens at a company, you're always going to see some things suffer, some things not get, done. And I think this is a product of that. The fact that Mark was definitely going to fire him. The players definitely wanted him to fire him. They wanted it now rather than later. Mark, and then you've got Josh McNuggets trying to save his job, and that GM boyfriend that he brought with him, which I thought was weird. But, I thought the connection might work because they knew each other so well. But Corinna Trujillo, Bear, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. Miami coming off a bye week. They've been thinking about getting this smoke for 2 weeks. Well, honestly, Travis, though, my issue with that is that also creates rust. I say that the well-oiled machine that's been playing and playing and playing and comes in and says, let's get it, is going to beat Miami. Now, Miami's coming off of a loss, but I've had people say, oh, well, but the Dolphins are coming off a loss. So what they'll do is they'll bounce right back because they have to show the world, that was a fluke. We played the Chiefs, but when we go home, we're going to get these Raiders. No, you're not. No, you are not. Okay. Guaranteed. Did I whisper? Guaranteed. I don't see Miami beating us. Not only do I not see us losing to Miami, I see them struggling. Now, they're going to go back to things they don't like to, like they're going to run the ball some, and you're going to see some good runs from them, and we're going to feel discouraged because they look like they're tearing up yards because they're using the running game effectively. But then Max catches the running back one time and for a 2-yard loss. Then Robert Spillane runs over and hammers him right at the line of scrimmage, and suddenly it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. You know what I mean? And they can't keep this to their basic plays. They have to go deep in the playbook now and try to find something that guarantees like 10 yards. Good luck with that. And I know about Tyreek Hill. I don't want to hear it. He's one guy. And where was he against the Chiefs? He was ineffective and fumbled the ball for a touchdown. Not saying the guy can't play, but I'm not going to be afraid of him just because he's fast. So what do you think if they win in Miami? Do you think they have a run to the playoffs or what? George, my good friend, George, I got to tell you, if we lose to Miami, it honestly means nothing. Now, why do I say that? Okay. And I want to be really seriously clear because I'm not joking. The reason why it's different is because you have a wild card team now. You have a wild card team that has given themselves to a rookie quarterback to go out there and win a job. And Antonio Pierce is telling him, don't look over your back, kid, because Brian Hoyer and Jimmy, whatever, they're not going into the game unless you break your neck. So even if you get hurt, if you want us to keep playing, get on out there and keep playing. He's young. This is the number one thing a franchise looks for. When you get a young rookie quarterback and he can throw the ball and he's good, now you've got 3 years before you have to pay him his huge mega deal. And in the meantime, you can sign other free agents to get, because that extra money you deny him at first, you use that for free agency. Suddenly you win a Super Bowl, you win another Super Bowl, and now it's time to pay the kid. You know what I mean? And I hate to admit it, but that is kind of how the Chiefs did it too. I'm not copying that. It's the formula for every football team since football was created. You know what I mean? When you have those moments like we're having right now, where we're putting our faith in this kid, and I'm sorry, there were just some times where he threw that ball where I swear to you, there were just times when I watched him throw the ball and I just thought to myself, that he's it. He's it. He's the one, man. I really do. I think he's it. And I hate that he's wearing Derek Carr's old number. That's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? And I already have it on a report that they literally asked AOC to wear that number. And he, being a young player just coming into the league, he said, okay, but I'm sure he did. I'm sure he noticed that that's kind of making fun of Derek Carr. But at the same time, he's a young guy. He's not going to stay there and ruffle the feathers of whoever's, giving him this number. Okay, moving on. Now we all saw how effective Antonio Pierce was going back to the running game, which obviously ended up being a great idea. And Josh, I mean, I couldn't believe how Josh Jacobs looked. I mean, he looked great. He had this one run. It was in the fourth quarter. He goes left, hits the brakes, skips backward in midair, turns, it goes, spins off a guy and ends up getting 8 yards out of a play that should have gained maybe 2 tops. You could figure he even could have been slammed at the line of scrimmage, but he didn't. He just kept dicking and dinging and dipping and dinking and spin move, 8 yards. I love that guy. I really hope he's gonna stay and re-up his contract and he's a Raider. I can't believe we could find another coach that doesn't think that he's a Raider. Tim Heckcock, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. No, I don't have any word on Colton Miller yet, but I would say to you, I thought we played pretty good. Having not had him in the game, I thought that was really good. And Jermaine Elemenor was pretty nice too. Oh no, Thayer Mumford. I'm probably saying that wrong, but he was very good. I was very impressed with his play. And some of the people on the show were spotlighting the right tackle in that way, just so they could say, hey, he's doing a good job, and he was. Let's see. What Bear would be key for the Raiders to win the game? Troy Gill, the key for the Raiders to win the game. That's a fantastic question. You want to run Josh Jacobs, but I wouldn't even run him as much as we did in that last game. I wouldn't. And even though Zamir White fumbled one, I would go to him because now I'm a firm believer that bad things happen and you can't avoid it. But what you can do is if it means like if I go across this bridge, the bridge might give and me and my car will go into the lake. Well, then I'm going around. I mean, whenever I go around, I'm going to go around, especially if you tell me if you go around, it's safer and the bridge is just something pretty that the city built. Well, then I'm not interested in pretty. I'm interested in safe. And I'm going to make a left and come all the way around, get to that same grocery store. Instead of going over a bridge that could come out from under me. And I'm being deathly serious. I really am that way. So the key to the game will be getting both of the wide receivers moving. That's what we did in this one. Jacoby Myers moving, getting catches. Dante Adams moving, getting catches. As long as we play like that, we're probably as close to a shoe-in for the playoffs as anyone. And I've made it clear, and I thought this was a really good point. And I'd ask you guys to give me your input on this. I think that AOC, Aiden O'Connell, is going to end up being a Alex Smith, former Alex Smith. He used to be a Niner. Then we saw he messed up his knee really bad. And then he went to the Redskins / Commanders. And then he hurt it again. He couldn't go. And then he's out of football. But that guy's game, if you look at his stats, they're unbelievable. And yet, he almost never threw a deep ball, almost never took any risks. If the guy's double teamed, but your guy's 7 feet tall, he's still not going to throw it way up there. He was a conservative passing quarterback that took what the defense gave you. Okay, well, I honestly hate to say this, but that's what Derek Carr was. And whenever he tried to get outside of that, that's when we would lose games. It wasn't his fault, but we would lose games. You know what I mean? Come on, you guys can't tell me you can't remember the games in Oakland where he was jumping Superman and fumbled the ball out of the back of the end zone when he's trying to get a win. And instead, he gives the other team a touchdown and the ball. Don't. I'm sorry. Hey, on Facebook, what's up, Nicholas Meda? You and me are living a good life. I see that portrait picture of you. I asked this last night, but you had too many comments and didn't get to it. That's no problem. Do you foresee any scenario where they will blitz Spillane up the middle? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But in truth, though, the reason you haven't seen that being done is because our big man, Jenkins, who's, by the way, getting ready to go back to the team that let him go. And we all know what teams that let a guy go. And you gave up on me? All right. All right, I'm going to get on another team, and then I'm going to see you. And that's what he did. He got on the Raiders. Now we all have been watching Jenkins smashing fools, turning around and beating his chest. Love that guy, man. Oh, I think I heard something. Shut up, you. Shut up. Wait a minute, hold on. That's my little reminder. I just got to turn that down. Okay, so the defensive line, in my opinion, is looking great. Is it perfect? No. Whose is? You know what I mean? The Niners have two, incredibly good defensive ends, and the Young and whatever his name is, Bosa. I mean, their bookends, they haven't suddenly changed the world. You know what I mean? Yes, but I could see that, Jim. Definitely. I definitely could see that. I think we can beat KC, not 100 on the Finns, but I hope. Nubbin 811, I already actually went on a wild card and said, and I quote, the Raider Bear has the Raiders beating the Chiefs twice with my chest. That's true. I said it. I look, first of all, it hasn't happened in so long that I feel like it's due. Second, I feel like it's due because I'm watching this thing with their tight end dating Swift or something, Swifty or something like that. And then now that they're dating, now he's so happier, but he's getting fat, wanting to have little kids, go home and retire. You know, he's got 2 Super Bowls now. And Patrick Mahomes is like, come on, man, I'm trying to beat Joe Montana and Tom Brady. You know, he's way behind on that. He's never going to catch either guy. he's never going to catch either guy. And I think it's starting to crumble a little bit. Remember, they lost the all-pro wide receiver. I'm sure y'all know this, and Tyreek Hill. Okay, but they've lost other pieces, including in the running game. They don't run the ball very well. They're literally putting a lot of their stake into Tua, and that's a mistake if you ask me. I just don't see that happening. Bad teams they win, good teams. Bad teams they lose, good teams. they've been pumping their wins and loss records on bad teams. That's why the wins are really there. Whenever they play anyone that's 500 or better, they lose thus far this year. Yeah, the point spread, 12 points. Yeah. Very big deal. Miami gets it's a chain back. I think we seen that one in NFL Live. Hey, Tommy boy. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the show. What's his name again? To turn the to a turn of the ball over. Yes, he is, and so we're going to probably see some of that. Best thing about the Raiders are nothing. Al, what? What do you mean Al died? I think that's what you're trying to say there. AOC gives me Stabler vibes. Yes. Now you're seeing what I'm talking about. Even his mustache and the way he cuts his hair, it just looks 70s. You know what I mean? It just does. and I love the fact that he's got so much size. I love how much size he has because he doesn't want to throw the ball away, but he does sometimes. But when other times when he makes a bad decision and he thinks I'm just going to hold the ball a little bit longer and I'm going to be able to complete this pass, even if he gets hit, he just goes down. Remember, we saw that first game of his at week 4 and he fumbled twice. And then he cleaned that up in his first new start ahead of that. And then now in this last one. Okay, let me see. Greetings, Raider Bear. What's up, Doc Raider? Appreciate you. Jose Tariquez said, Bear, who does Davis go with? Antonio I don't know why I can't say it. Coach, his name, who is loved by the players, or does he go with someone that has the credentials? Jose, what we're all crossing our fingers for, I think I'm speaking for you and probably just about everyone watching my show, that they want Antonio Pierce to be left alone. If the players are responding to him this well, why would you change anything? If you're winning world championships driving a car and you win over and over and over again, now it's time for year 4 to go for it again. And your owner says, maybe we try these cheaper tires and maybe sell it, maybe save a few bucks here and there. You know what? The steering wheel, we don't have to get the top of the line. Well, we get that one over there at Kmart. You know what I mean? And that's what they're doing. Once that starts happening, you're done. But he doesn't, it's not about his credentials necessarily because he was a pro himself. He understands the game. He played it and played in front of it. He understands the game. So when we talk about Antonio Pierce, we have to remember, it's not that he doesn't have coaching experience. He does. He's been at it for years at many levels, but as a player. So the way you strategize, the way you make adjustments, he was sitting in the locker room while the coach was yelling that at him, telling him, look, we got to do this. We got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. The man listened, he learned, and now he's applying that to what we're doing on the field. And by the way, the new offensive coordinator, wow. Talk about calling an aggressive, imaginative offense the way he has. I mean, we've been moving like we haven't moved all year. We suddenly now score points. And we're running these offenses that we don't recognize. It's like, wait a minute, where did that come from? And it's like, it was in the playbook, but Josh McNuggets, no sauce, said, hey, you know what? We're going to do it my way, the dumb way, the way of the dumb. Travis Kelce. Ooh. You know what? I haven't said that too. I should. Let's give prayers and have a moment of silence for DJ Hayden, the defensive back that passed away just recently at only 33 years old. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I want to be clear. I used to make a lot of fun of that guy. I really did. And I'm saying that because I want to be honest. And I don't want to sit here now and get choked up and tell you it's fake. It's not. He was a Raider, and I respected what he did when he went to other teams. He kept showing up and winning jobs, and he couldn't get the league to get over him because he had the talent. It was obvious. Just that sometimes a guy like that has bad luck where he's just such a great piece that you want him included in trades and deals. And that's what happened to him. But God bless him because he never quit. He never quit. A lot of guys would have just went to the European leagues and Canada and all that stuff. He never quit, and he stuck with it. God bless him. And yes, Jose Tariquez, going back to your question, because I want to make sure I answer that thoroughly. Antonio Pierce is getting a job interview right now. Because when I originally predicted and told you guys 3 days before Josh McDaniels got fired, I said he's going to be fired. Get yourselves ready. And then I said, though, I don't think he'll do it. Mark Davis, I don't think he'll do it. Fire Josh until we get to the end of the season. He'll probably be willing to give up the season because he already seems to have, you know what I mean? And then 3 days go by and Mark comes in and pulls the lever. Now you've got a lot of other franchises basically saying that that's a joke, that it's just a fact. You just got done dumping, John Gruden. No matter what the reason may have been, you did it. We had to get rid of him. And then now we get this other coach. Not the nation has to bug you to get rid of the bum, for you to catch up and realize and stop partying with that little 20-year-old blonde that you've been seeing with over and over and over again. You look like you're babysitting, Mark. Stop it. Raging Raider Rhino with that little supermodel. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the show. Bobby Ware. I saw you earlier. Raiders. I love it. Ash Patrick Gonzalez. Sup, Bear? Miss you, brother. We're watching the show on the big screen. Hey, wait. Ask Patrick Gonzalez. I want you to take a picture of me on your screen with your cell phone. Okay. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get ready. And then I want you to shoot. So take out your phone. Get it ready. I'll be back with you. Just a few seconds. Get ready to shoot, though, okay? And don't have a timer on it. I don't like holding my smile for 10 seconds. Don't do that. Against the Cowboys, Carr did that. Yeah. You see, you remember the pain. I got a question for you. Do you think they're going to keep Peters as the coach? Oh, okay. As the coach for next season? What do you think? I see him as another Madden. Okay, hang on. Let me go. Ready? You ready? You better be ready. Raiders! I bet I woke up his dog. Or his woman's going to come running down the hall. What the hell? The baby just got to sleep. No, George Prieto. I think with this many games, what's going to happen is Antonio Pierce is going to be allowed to keep the job. Now, why didn't they do that for Rich Bisaccia, you ask? Rich Bisaccia has never head coached at any level, not even like Pee Wee football. He's never been a head coach. Now, people say, well, wait a minute. Antonio Pierce has never been a coach. Yes. Rich Bisaccia, Antonio Pierce. Here's the difference. Antonio Pierce played in the league. Bisaccia did not. Bisaccia doesn't know half of the NFL. Antonio Pierce knows them personally, can pick up the phone and call just about anyone. And they'll talk to him because they know he's not some puffed up phony that's going to take something someone said and give it to paparazzi, TMZ, or whatever else. You know what I mean? Antonio Pierce is already respected by the locker room and by the owner. And making Champ your GM, to put Champ in that situation, everyone that's ever talked about the guy says he's slick, knows his business. So now we got somebody that's going to work the wires and get us better players right now. You know what I mean? And that's what's happened. You know, I mean, we now speaking of getting better, now we're all ranked number 10 in defense. Okay, number 10 in defense. And where's that guy at? Oh, I lost him. Okay, so we're 19th in the power rankings and 10th overall in total defense. I'm excited about that, guys, because we're making improvements right after Josh left. We just turned the switch. And now I'm saying, what I'm saying is though, we're going to ride that right into the playoffs. Right into the playoffs. But I'm predicting we only lose 2 more. He's already won 2 in a row. We're probably going to still lose 2. But if he loses those 2 and we win out to finish the season, he'll finish 7-2. You see what I'm saying? If he can finish 7-2, we're definitely in the playoffs. That's just on his stretch of time, not in addition to the wins we already have. This game could be a playoff game. We definitely will need the tiebreaker if it comes down to a wild card. Yeah, I agree with that completely. But I honestly, I feel like the Eagles are fugazi. They're just not real. I don't see it. I like the new cornerback. Watched some of his coverage from ASU. Yeah, and he was a Patriot more recently, and he does look good. He does look good. And when you read his measurables, it's pretty nice. He's just a hair over 6 foot tall, but weighs 200 some odd plus pounds. Runs nice, runs a nice 40 speed. So I like it. Taylor Swifty. Oh, I'm sorry you got booted, Corinna. True hello. Rob Mix, what's up? How you doing, man? Oh, all the way from Seattle. Right on. Hey, I like that profile picture too, bro. You guys look great. Whoa. Sorry, technology is arguing with me. My guy, little Tommy, asked, Mr. Raider Bear. Tommy, you keep calling me that. You understand? I like that. You're showing me respect as an adult. And when you become a man, you do it then too. See, little kids think, oh, I don't have to do that right now because I'm a little kid. No. It's the kids that do that now that learn to do it all the time when they're older, instead of just sometimes or at a wedding or something like that. It's going to make you look more polished, and you're going to be a better little businessman. You keep that up. Mr. Raider Bear, I think my Eagles are going to get revenge against those dirty Chiefs next Monday. They are dirty Chiefs. They really are. I mean, you're onto something there, Tommy. I often say they stink. Oh, Tommy gets comment of the night. Don Wally D, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. What the weather going to be in Miami? It's supposed to be pretty nice. All I've heard is it's going to be breezy. I haven't heard anything about rain or clouds or anything like that. Let's see. I am worried about Jacob fumbling football, and Zeus needs hold on to the ball. Yeah, Zeus made a mistake. Jacob's. Let's see here. Because he still has Tom Brady as a partner owner. We forgot about that. No, I didn't forget. No one's forgotten. It sucks. But he's a figurehead on a Mercedes. It means nothing. It's a flashy chrome emblem you put on your Rolls Royce, your Bentley, your Akuba, and you put it on that. And then when people see you in public, they go, oh, look at that. Look at that head ornament. That's a nice one. It's a winner. That's all. That's all he is. You have to understand, when they say minority owner, they mean it. That's why it was stipulated he's a minority owner. So people understand he doesn't own the Raiders, and he can't own the Raiders unless he has more stock, and he doesn't. And the only way he can get it is if he buys it. And you can only get that if the person's willing to take your money. Only been 2 games, though. We will see what we're made out next 5 games. Second hardest schedule in the rest of the season. Okay, now, not only was that a great comment, Rob, but I want to add something to what you said. I kind of see that a different way. Okay, now you said only been 2 games, though. We will see what we're made out next 5 games. The second hardest schedule of the rest of the season. Now, you see, sir, I believe that when you get a tougher schedule and you beat it, you're tested. Now you're tough tested. Now when you go into the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter who comes in the door on the other side of the field. We're going to go through them. We're going to smash them. And we're going to take the next title for the Raiders. Woo! In our own freaking building, baby. And we will stop the Chiefs. We will. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you. You got to believe in it. It's not cocky. It's not being like Dallas Cowboy fans. Boom! All of Dallas, Texas just grabbed their balls and went, oh, did you feel that? Oh, goodness gracious. That came all the way from Arizona. That damn Raider Bear again. Look at the hour he must be on. Darren Patterson, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I have a real good one. Oh, I have a real good feeling about the wild card. Kevin Porter, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. You know, Kevin, I'm with you. I'm with you. Now, when I say we're going to the playoffs, which I'll probably say tomorrow night, sort of hinting at it right now. But when we go to the playoffs, it will shock everyone, and they're in the damn thing they can do about it. Because we're going with a guy they don't have tape on in AOC. They've only even seen AOC in game time throws and so on in 3 games now. That's how much tape they have, 3 games. So they can suck it and find out how much information they can get from that. You know what I'm saying? Not much, especially when you consider the offensive coordinator is brilliant. I mean, he went in there with, let's say, an a la carte, so to speak, of plays for the quarterback and a list of plays for Josh Jacobs. Then they both went over those, those calls, and then they gave it back to the offensive coordinator, the new one, and they said to him, "Hey, man, I want to do this, this, and this, and I want to do this way in that formation, or I want to do this, and that formation." And ready? Here's the report. He looked at both players and said, "Look, get back in the locker room. This is my job. I'll design the offense." Oh, wait, no, I forgot. No. Josh McNuggets is gone. Mick Kerjubin. I can't even say it right. Okay, so now we got this new guy. He looks at them and goes, "Right on, let's do that." Josh Jacobs was like, "What? You're listening to me?" He's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so Josh Jacobs felt incredible and had an incredible game because he was running and playing the plays he enjoys the most, that he works the best with. There's sometimes when you're a running back, when you see the line move a certain way, you can immediately make a decision because of the formation of the run play and how it gives you that delay of a second. So, for example, instead of being on your quarterback's side, you line up a yard or two behind him. Okay, now when the quarterback snaps the ball, he can act like he's still in his run and then suddenly turn and give it to Josh. Now Josh gets the ball with everybody backpedaling, and now he's got a chance to put the moves on him. He loves that play, and that's why I kept getting called over and over again. And then the play action started working, you know what I mean, and so on. And so some people would say, if we're that much better, if we're that good, then how come we were having so much trouble beating a bad team? Okay, how come we can't beat, this team or that team? Well, I'll give last night, okay, as my example. We were in a tight game with a team that's pretty much broken, okay? And in the first half, they kicked 3 field goals. Okay, that means they moved the ball down the field on us at least 3 times where they should have got touchdowns. If they called the right plays, you should be getting touchdowns. Every coach feels that way. Our coach feels that way. I feel that way. Okay. And yet our defense stiffened up. Sometimes they got a flag against them. It was sort of a combination of 2 things. We bend, don't break, get a ball, get in there, score, and then they couldn't handle us the rest of the way. Now, why would anyone say, "Oh, but come on, the Jets"? No, we play the teams on the schedule, and we play our best against those teams. Once in a while, you may have a bad team come in, and they're just really prepared, and they look better because they prepared better. So when you see their record and they only have 1 win or 2 wins, and they're up against us at 6-5 soon, woo! Come on, Miami. You know it's true. 6-5. Here we come. But, once we do get to that number, we're gonna play some team that has a really bad record. Maybe the Broncos again, or the Chargers, and have to get that revenge game against the Chargers. I figure if we get the Chargers, we'll split with them, and then get KC twice, we're almost guaranteed we'll get in. But it's got to look like that. Okay, let's see. Rendell Rhodes, we already had a coach the team loved and played for. Then Mark Davis, the coach with credentials. Rendell Rhodes, great comment, brother. Welcome to the show. Well, I'm just going to say the team loved Rich Bisaccia, but even I did not agree with them making him head coach. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of Raider Nation, is like, wait a minute, come on, Bear. He was on a roll and he was a real Raider. I believe all that stuff. Okay. I even believe the fact that he's just a real good guy. I mean, everyone Everyone that talks about him talks about he's a great guy. Everything I've ever read, people talk about how he's a great guy. He seems like a grandpa that's going to bring you chocolate chip cookies any minute, right out of the oven. But no, he had no experience as a head coach. That means he has no experience altering what they're doing to counter what the other team is doing. What if we start the game and they're up 27 to 14 and we don't know what's going on? He has to go in there and make those mid-game adjustments, get the kids, the team on that mid-game adjustment, and then go out and execute it. He doesn't know how to do that. He's never had to do it. So how can he know how to do it? You see what I'm saying? And so we couldn't depend on that. I just can't. It was a nice run with Bisaccia. We'll all remember it. You know what I mean? Because it was beautiful, but it really was. I mean, we looked like we were dead and then just win. What? They got 5 games and backed into the playoffs? No, that's not backing in. That's kicking the door down. Putting foots in you. People did say that to me. R8RBEAR, I think it's far too soon to make any reasonable guesstimation. I like that. About Antonio Pierce. However, if he does finish the season well, then I agree with you. Hey, should keep him, though, as opposed to the long contracts Davis gave to Gruden and McMoran. I think 3 or 4 years like other teams do and see if he earns an extension. Honestly, yeah, I can't argue with that. That was a long comment, but it's spot on. I don't think, but let me read this one part again real quick. I think it's far too soon to make any reasonable guesstimation about Antonio Pierce. Okay, now there's where I disagree with you just a little bit. Because when we all, the pedigree, he wasn't coach, he hasn't coached yet, yada, yada. Okay, none of that means anything. If you played in the game, you were coached by coaches year after year after year after year. He's experienced. Watch his own team on offense have to learn how to beat this other team's defense. He did that for years and won a Super Bowl. Okay. And the one that Tom Brady couldn't win, even though he threw the ball for 6,000 yards in one game. It was something crazy like that. I think it was like 505 yards. It was, I was like, what? That's like video game number. Jerome Coleman, my twin brother in the house. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. You know what? Jerome makes a good point, and we do need to talk about that. Michael Mayer was very, very good. There was an up and out route to the sidelines that he kind of tiptoed the line to make sure he made the catch. The guys came over, they drilled him. He went to the ground, bounced right back up and said, that's the worst you got? Number 1 in the NCAAs in the statistic of combat catches. Michael Mayer's coming. You guys heard me say it. The only reason why I wasn't confident about that is because Jim McNuggets and stuff was going to screw it all up. And so I didn't want that to happen. But now with Antonio Pierce, an old school player in mind and soul, he will move the ball meticulously, but he's going to wait until you make a mistake. He doesn't just go out there and run this, guys. No, he talks to the players. He asks them what they see. And when Hunter Renfrow came over to him and said, look, if you call that underneath slant to me, I'm going to get the first down. And that's what he did. And it worked. Tony, Troy, I'm not sure about that. I'll look into that for you, though. Great to see you take the stadium back the last 2 home games. Did I read this one? I don't think I read this one. I was at the Steelers game week 3 and never been more embarrassed at our own stadium. I'm from Northern Nevada and been going to Raider games since 95. Damn, brother. Way to go. Okay, now first, respect to the allegiance. Okay, wait a minute. My stuff's in the way. Respect shown to the allegiance, brother. Raiders. Now, answering your question. The thing with the tickets is simple. We have if not the number 1 price ticket in the NFL right now. We're the highest. And I'm not exactly sure where that's at because I'm giving it to you as far as what it was like a week or so ago, 2 weeks. I was hearing basically we were number 1 in highest priced tickets. So, not so good. And I try to explain to people, don't ever be embarrassed because you can't spend $2,000 to go to a football game. I mean, that's insane. Would you do it to go to the movies, and see Star Wars? No. Would you do it, for someone that, comes over and does your concrete in your front yard and then you have to give them $5,000 instead of $500? No. You know what I mean? And our problem is is that the fans know they can make money selling the tickets when they can't go, and they can't control who buys them. All they can do is sell them, but they can't control who buys them. And what's happening is the opposing fan base is seeing that as, hey, this is a win-win situation. We can make a trip to Las Vegas, go to the game on game day, and then get out, go to the casinos, get some food, and then head on home. You see, it's become a party destination now because Vegas is a party destination town. So whenever the Raiders are in town, which is every Sunday, they see the Raiders as, hey, let's go catch a primetime game. And they go, but they're not Raider fans. You see what I mean? And this is just a lot of people with deep pockets who are willing to pay the price, but they're, fans of other teams. Jesse Parker, what's up, JP? Welcome to the show, my fashion designer. Rendell Rhodes, that blonde definitely isn't 20, but I'm sure she appreciated the compliment. All right, 29. I don't know, something like that. Andy Jimenez, what's up, Raider Bear? Quick question. Josh Jacobs, again, with a great performance. How does it feel to see him back in his A game? Honestly, it feels great because not unlike Derek Carr, I felt like those guys should end their career together. You know what I mean? I really do. And I don't know that we would have done any better with Derek Carr than with what we've done so far. Because Antonio Pierce has put the game in my opinion, a rookie's hands. And thus far, what we've seen from the rookie is a little better than Derek Carr. It just is, guys. It just is. He'll stand in there and take shots that Derek Carr wouldn't have. And I was about to explain the Michael Mayer catch in the end zone. There is no way Derek Carr would have thrown that ball. There's no way Derek Carr would have thrown that ball. And you guys that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. When Michael Mayer got open on the sideline, there is no way Derek Carr would have thrown that ball with a defender right in front of him. And instead, AOC looked at it and went, oh, I can get this guy if I put one up high enough. And he just threw it up there. And our 6'6", woo, body like Thor from Marvel Comics, went up there and grabbed that ball and snatched it down and said, get off me, boy. And then after he jumped up in the air, hung like Michael Jordan, had a combat catch, basically did a little bit of slapping of that little guy. Hold on, let me hold the ball right here. Psh, 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 psh. Okay, he's bitch slapping the guy all the way down the field, excuse my French. And then before he hits the ground, before his feet hit the ground, he turns and looks, having already beaten the chump for the ball in that combat catch statistic. And then he looked down and he made sure he got both feet in. Now, what was adorable about it is he was in. I mean, there was no way. If he had just landed, he was in. He had enough room. But what was awesome about it was he made sure. You see, that's what you do. That's what smart players do. He didn't allow that defensive back to grab him in the air and shove him out of bounds. And for those of you who don't know, that is the rule. If you throw the ball to a player in the end zone, they catch it, but their feet don't come down inbounds, it's not a touchdown. Now, we all know that. But if that player would fall into the end zone and a defensive player hits him so hard that he flies out of bounds, it's not a catch. You can actually knock a guy out of the air so they can't get their feet down. I'm serious. It's a rule now. So now, or not now, but it's been a rule. Anyway, long story short, too late. When he caught that one, that was beautiful. Michael Mayer is going to do everything I said he would. And again, I have been saying that he's going to be one of the best players on our team. Did everyone get that? Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Michael Mayer. Yeah, I'm serious. To hell with Jacoby Myers and these other guys, Hunter Renfrow. Zamir fumble on my first play of the game. I should be in there more, coach. Right. Right. Okay, Mr. White. We'll look into that. Did someone trade this kid? I'm dead serious. What's the problem with this thing? I think I broke it. All right, guys. Alexa, play Hide by NASA. Ooh, watch this.
Hide, Trocola's Remix by NASA.
I've got mine so dialed in right now. I have Lexas that turn on my lights. I have Lexas that open my garage door. I have Lexas that you wouldn't believe, that do stuff you wouldn't believe. I'll tell you on the midnight show, it's a little bit erotic. Stop that. I don't have it to show that hour. Go to bed. You have to all go to work. So do I. Hooray! Raiders! Woo! Let's go. Asal Tante Oso, that bear you all know, out of hibernation to entertain Raider Nation. Let's go. Yeah, I'm fired up. We're about to go 7-2. We're about to take the rest of this league and show them what a black shark looks like. No kidding. Nope, not kidding. Black shark. Look for it next Sunday. And then the one after that. And the one after that. Putting fins in them. I know, sorry if, sharks have fins. Putting fins in them instead of foots. I don't know. I know it was bad. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force. For all you do, the energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice. Active and veteran, much love. God bless DJ Hayden. Gone too soon. All right, guys, that's my show. Tomorrow I'm on supporters only at 4 and again at 8 to drive you guys crazy. You're just longing to see my show tomorrow night. You will, because I'm going to auction off a package tomorrow night that is huge. That's right. It's a R8RBEAR package. Not my actual package, but a package. And it's going to have stuff in it, like neat stuff in it. Oh, you want a preview? I'll show you a preview. Oh, what is that? Are these the endorsed by the Raiders? Oh, no. The Super Shade Lokes endorsed by the NFL and the Raiders. And all you got to do is put a star or two, and you can win that awesome thing. There's going to be patches in this deal. There may even be shirts in this deal. No way. I'd be willing to give away the Raider Lokes, a R8RBEAR shirt, and a R8RBEAR patch tomorrow night to the winner of the most stars on that very episode. Don't miss me. Don't miss me.